Welcome to this Saturday evening session. So, today we are going to see Bhagavad-Gītā, chapter number 16 and sloka number 21. Tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet. Anyone want to read? Tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet. Tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet. Tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet. Narakasyedaṁ. Tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ lobhas tathā lobhas kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas trayaṁ tyajet tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet. Tri-vidhaṁ narakasyedaṁ dvāraṁ nāśanam ātmanaḥ kāmaḥ krodhas tathā lobhas tasmāt etat trayaṁ tyajet. Okay, let us read the word to word meaning. Tri-vidhaṁ, of three kinds. Narakasya, of hell. Idam, this. Dvāraṁ, gate. Nāśanam, destructive. Ātmanaḥ, of the self. Kāmaḥ, lust. Krodhaḥ, anger. Tathā, as well as. Lobhaḥ, greed. Tasmāt, therefore. Etat, these. Trayam, three. Tyajet, one must give up. Translation and purport by Jagadguru Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger and greed. Every sane man should give up these. Every sane man should give these up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. Purport. The beginning of demoniac life is described herein. One tried to satisfy his lust, and when he cannot, anger and greed arise. A sane man who does not want to glide down to the species of demoniac life must try to give up these three enemies, which can kill the self to such an extent that there will be no possibility of liberation from this material entanglement. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bodhale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshakarini Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vancha kalpatarobhesha kripa sindhobhye vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha Ananda Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. So can you just reduce that bass because it's creating some the second switch, I guess. Hare Krishna from top left Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, yes, it's better now. Hare Krishna, yes. So once again, welcome to this Saturday satsang, and the sloga seems to be very relatable to us or me. You know, the three doors of hell. Krishna is talking about the three doors of hell. So which we all have, or at least I am very sure about that. I am having all these three qualities: the lust, anger, and greed. So I am not sure about you all. So you may not have. But from my side, I can clearly see that I am very much affected of these three bad qualities: lust, anger, and greed. So Krishna is saying about where this lust, anger, and greed takes us. So it ultimately taking us to hell. So these three things are considered as the three doors. And he also says, just a second, from where this coming from. So we can understand, if you think deeply, where this lust, anger, and greed coming into us. So Krishna says in some other sloka, I don't remember that sloka, kāmaḥ krodhesha rajogunas tamā. So Krishna is saying from kama, which means unfulfilled desires. So we may have so many desires which is not fulfilled. So when we are having so much of desires which is not fulfilled, we will get frustrated. So that frustration will transform into anger. So when we get anger without any reason, so we can clearly understand there is something inside which is not satisfied yet. So it is not just one desire, there are n number of desires in our heart which is still not satisfied. So that's the reason we are getting this angry. So from anger, the lobha, the illusion or that blindness is coming. When we get angry, we completely get blind. We don't know what we are going to do. So in one lecture I heard that it's always we have to think, when we getting angry, we have some pain or something inside. When someone is taunting us or some situation happen, we getting irritated or we getting some pain from that situation. So we have two choices. Either we can tolerate that little pain, or we can react to that person in a very badly, and that reaction will cause a big pain later. So it's our choice whether we want to tolerate that small pain or irritation which that person is giving us, or we can react on that and make a big issue, and later on we have to go behind that bigger issue. So it's always better to tolerate whatever that small instinct or whatever triggering us to getting angry. It's better always to think 1 minute whether I should blast on them, or I can tolerate that little stuff what he's doing or whatever happening. So it's from that lecture I understand that it is always good that if you can think 1 minute before you starting to get anger on someone, that what will happen, the consequence, will that going to be badly affect on us again. So it's better to, if you think that this is going to be a very bad impact on that person as well as us, when we start getting angry on somebody, after some time we feel so bad, like why should I do that? No, I have done so bad. So again we have to go for them and asking for the what to say, sorry. So instead of that, if we can have little patience to tolerate that, so that would be really ideal. But it's very hard for us because we have been conditioned to react immediately. So that the reason because we are immediately reacting, there are so many unsatisfied desires in us. So that's the main reason why we are getting angry. So all these three things which are ultimately taking us to hell. So nobody want to go to hell for sure. Any of you want to go to hell? No, right? We all want to go to Golok or where we came from. So hell means it's totally hellish or very painful. So we don't want to go there definitely. So we can understand how to get out of from these three stuff. It is very difficult. Arjuna was saying to Kṛṣṇa that I can stop the rain, I can stop the air, but I cannot control my emotions. So Kṛṣṇa is saying abhyasa yoga yuktena. You can control that through abhyas. I mean continuous practice only we can control this. It is not going to happen one day. So but we have to understand this, all these emotions, from where it is happen, how we can practice to control that. If you don't have that knowledge, we cannot do anything, because we all into that that stage that we have some understanding of from where it is coming. Still we are not able to control that. It is erupting from us whenever some situation happen. So if you think little more deeper that why we are having these desires to enjoy this, that, so many desires, and the unfulfillment is second part. But why we are having these desires? We have so many other desires. So if you think very deeply, or if you see the scriptures or Acharya what saying, these desires are coming because we are thinking we are this body. So all these material desires are coming from only because we are just thinking that I am this body. So that's the reason at the beginning Kṛṣṇa is teaching Arjuna, you are not this body, you are the spirit soul. You understand that context. So Kṛṣṇa is telling at the beginning itself, the second chapter is full about ātmanaḥ. So the first thing we have to understand is that I am not this body, I am a spirit soul. But it is very difficult to practice because we are conditioned from our birth. Like I am Krishna Kumar, I am IT employee, this, that. We will be always thinking or connecting everything with this body. There is nothing wrong, I can say, because we took birth in this world and we got this body, and everything we can experience through this body. That is there. But we are trying to experience which is not helping us to realize who we are really. So that is what happening. So if you think deeply, like we know here that we are not this body, we are the spirit soul, but it is very difficult to digest or to act upon that. Suppose I am just saying one example, like this is my mobile phone, right? But this is not me, for sure, it is not me. Similarly, this is my harmony, but this is not me. Similarly, this is my hand, but this is not me. This is my body, this is not me. But when come to this body, I always feel that I am. When something happened to me, I immediately get disturbed, right? When something happened to my body or something related to my body, if anything happened to my car or my gadget, anything. So we immediately think that, oh my God, that thing is gone, this thing is gone. Is that built by us? No. But we always connecting everything as our body. We feel that I am this body and everything is built to enjoy for myself. So that's the reason of so many unfulfilled desires in our heart, because we are thinking we are the enjoyer. So that's the biggest reason all these problems happening. So if you see the highly exalted devotees and saintly people, they don't have any desires as such, material desires. That's why they live very peaceful. Even if you made them to sit without any facility or anything, even without food, they don't bother. They will be simply chanting the holy name. They are happy in whatever they have. But we are not like that. 1 minute the current gone means we are get irritated. Oh, the heat, hot. And the network is not working, this is not working. You understand, no? So I am also going through the situation very hard, heavily, and I also getting frustrated. And even though I know all these things, I am also getting sometimes or most of the time reacting very badly. So there is one example I found that to make it more clear, the distinction between the body, soul and all. So you might be already heard that an example of a car. So there is one car and there is one driver and one co-passenger. Okay, one car is there, one driver is there and one co-passenger is there. Okay, and the car has different parts. Car has the tires, steering and engine, so many other stuffs. And it has a driver, it has a passenger. So similarly, this body is just like a car. The soul, the real me, is the driver inside that body. And the co-passenger is Paramatma. Okay, you understand, no? So the body is there, inside that real me is sitting, and next to me Paramatma is also there. And what happens is, the Paramatma as a co-passenger, he is trying to give so many guidance and instruction through Shastra, through the sadhus, but we are not able to hear that. We want to drive as our own way. We are not hearing his instructions. We are driving into so many other various places where we can enjoy our senses. But this person is telling, don't go that way, you take left, immediately we take right side. You know, that is what we are doing. So whenever you can hear that, whenever you are going to do something which is not really good, or you feel this is not a good thing, still I want to do that to get some enjoyment, you immediately have that feeling inside, no, this is not good actually. But okay, sometimes, okay, I will do this time and finish. I don't do this anymore. We have that inside that somebody voice is there, but we don't want to hear that because we want to enjoy everything. So that's the reason we are not hearing that co-passenger's voice. He is keep on saying, it is not this birth. Millions of births he was with us and he was keep on instructing us that don't go this way, don't go that way, you take this way, but no. we don't want to take, because we are totally engrossed into that material enjoyment, which is like tasting. Our tongue want to taste so many nice foodstuffs. Our eyes want to see so many nice, which please our mind. Our body want to enjoy so many other things. So enjoy. I want to enjoy. You always having this feeling. Because of that, so many dissatisfaction comes in our heart. Because most of our desires are not fulfilled yet. It is there inside. If you look inside, it's very bad desires. Maybe inside you can see, right? We cannot disclose that to anyone, but it is there. It's there. But those things are creating these frustrations. Okay? It may be good desire, bad desire, whatever. So there must be desire to earn so much of money or nice house. So those desires are there, and which is not fulfilled, and that creates some chaos or problem. So whenever some small things, irritation happen, we immediately erupt on that, right? So you are clear on that, whatever I have told, right? Yeah. So this is kind of what to say. All these three things, the lust, anger, and greed, these are just a symptom of the real disease. Understood, no? This lust, anger, and greed, this is not the real disease actually. The real disease is we are thinking we are this body, right? This false ego, it says that false ego is our real disease. So when we think that we came here and everything is for our enjoyment, and so when we think that, then all these desires comes and so many dissatisfaction comes, and that's the cause of all these symptoms which shows outside, like this, the anger, lust, and greed. So the root cause comes to this false ego, right? So we all are affected or infected with this false ego. You know, when some infection happen to our body, so our body will show some symptoms, like when chest infection happens, we get fever, we get the shivering, headache, and so many other stuff. So we go to the doctor, and the doctor is not independently treating for the shivering or the headache. He gives that infection. He gives the medicine for the infection. So when the infection is subdued, automatically our symptoms, which is showing outside, that will be automatically reduced. So similarly, when we treat the main infection called false ego, the external symptoms, which is that anger and all those stuffs, which will be automatically subdued. But as far as we are not treating the root cause and we are treating the external stuffs, the symptoms, then it is very difficult to get rid of that. It may be look like little more subdued for some time, but again it will comes out, because the root problem is not treated. So the ISKCON, if you see, ISKCON is the hospital actually. So there are Prabhupada, who is the chief doctor, and we have so many other doctors under Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is describing for this infection, which is called Bhavaroga. It's called in Sanskrit Bhavaroga. That means birth, death, disease. So this disease and this mental infection that we are thinking we are this body, we cannot treat it from any other hospital, right? There are n number of hospitals around us, but nobody can treat this. Even if you go to a mental hospital, they can also treat this. That's the reason Kṛṣṇa is saying this knowledge is called Raja Vidya, the king of all the knowledge. Even if you go to the Harvard University, they will not teach this. And this knowledge is Rahasyam. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam, Pavitram idam uttamam. And this is not just what to say, not just what is that two thing? Raja Vidya, king of knowledge, Raja Guhyam, secret of all the secret, and Pavitram is the purest knowledge. which we will not get from anywhere else. Anywhere else. Anywhere you go and try, nobody will teach this. Because they do not have this understanding. Whoever follows the Bhagavad-Gītā, they can teach you, because Kṛṣṇa is saying the same thing in the Bhagavad-Gītā wherever you go. But if you go any other hospitals or any other people or organization who called themselves as spiritual teachers, they are not teaching this, the root cause of all these external problems. So for that, we somehow, fortunately, we all are connected to ISKCON or the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, which is the authentic parampara starting from Brahma Dev. Okay, Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. So we are very fortunate to connect to this authentic hospital which treats this disease called Bhavaroga. Now we are fortunate. We are in the hospital. We got the consultation already. We all. So, but we are in different stage. I took the consultation few years before. I got the medicine. I started having the medicine. But there are some laziness from my side. Someday I may not do proper way the medicine, taking the medicine. I may not follow the prescribed way of medicine, like you have to get up early morning, you have to complete the round before the sunrise, all these are the prescription to have that medicine. What is that medicine? Hare Kṛṣṇa, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That is the core medicine which Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taken from the Goloka. It is not from here. It is sung in the Goloka. The devotees were singing in Goloka. They are chanting, dancing, and in ecstatic mood in Goloka. Due to the condition of these souls, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by his mercy, he brought that invaluable medicine to us and given to us. But unfortunately, we are not able to recognize the value of that medicine which we have, and we are still thinking that okay, maybe someday we'll take up, right? Someday, not today. Maybe someday I will chant well. But if you see the weekdays, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, there is no day called someday. I heard this from a lecture, and it was very striking for me. Yes, I also feel that, okay, I will do someday, I will chant very nicely, 16 rounds, I will do. Someday. But there is no day called someday, it is true. That means it is not going to happen. If you have that feeling, someday I will do chanting very nicely, someday I will start reading very nicely, trust me, that is not going to happen. Because there is no day called someday in all these 7 days. All we have Sunday to Saturday. There is no someday. So, there is no someday, it is today. Abhi nahi to kabhi nahi, in Hindi you say, no? So, if you can't do that now, even if you get 100 days or 100 million days, it is not going to happen. So, one time I asked my spiritual master, when they came here last time, not the spiritual master, my Guru Mataji, wife of my spiritual master. So I asked, normally it says that if you do some bhakti and you left the body, and the next birth you will get a better body. So I asked Guru Mata, Guru Mata, if I am not able to do the bhakti in proper way in this life, and if I get a better body so that I can continue and I can go back, I asked Guru Mataji. So she said, what is the guarantee that you will do bhakti in next life, even you get a better life? What is the problem with your life, this lifetime? Are you having any problem to chant? If there any problem with your health, or the situation is not good, you don't have the facility to sleep, you don't have the facility to eat, you don't have a shelter, is there any problem with you? No, I have a good job, a better payment, and a decent house, and all the facilities Kṛṣṇa has already given to me this time, and I am connected to a bona fide guru, I am connected to so many devotees, I have received the knowledge, what I have to do, I understood that. Because of my laziness, I am not doing this lifetime. So what is the guarantee that I am going to do in next life? There is no guarantee. Guru Mataji said, there is no guarantee that you may practice the bhakti next life very nicely. There is no guarantee if you can't do now. If you do it now very nicely, then there is a chance you can perform the bhakti next time, and you will be go back. That is sure. If you don't able to complete that process properly, something happened in between and you are not able to do that, then Kṛṣṇa knows that everything, because he is there inside us. He is seeing our thoughts, our deeds, our words, everything he knows. He knows our intention very well. Why this guy is doing all these stuff. So we cannot cheat him, because he is the cheater of cheater. Yeah. So if you realize that whatever facilities now we have got by the mercy of God, how much we are using for the service of Kṛṣṇa, or how much we are utilizing to understand ourselves, our situation. Where are we? I came to ISKCON so and so year before. Where I am now? Am I in the same position, or I have progressed? What is my situation? Is this the way I am looking for? Or I want to be both, like I want to enjoy little material stuff, I want to have the spiritual stuff also. Most of us having the same mentality, like I want to go with parallel way, But when you put legs in two boards, eventually you will be split into two, right? So it's always better to choose one. You want to be a materialist man? You take that. You enjoy that fully. But what happens now? We are not able to enjoy the materialistic thing because we understand that this is not good for this bhakti. We are not going there. We are not doing all those stuff. And are we doing the bhakti? That is also not doing. So what are we doing? You understood, no? Either you be a materialistic or you be a spiritualist fully. Don't be a Mishra Bhakta. Mishra Bhakti is not taking us anywhere. So it happens. It happens because we are not into that level, because we have been conditioned to this. I am this body, I am this person. So immediately when somebody asks, who are you? I will tell, I am this, that, right? And I am conditioned, or I have lived all this way with experience all these stuffs. So it's very difficult all of a sudden I can quit everything and I can become a spiritualist one fine day. It is very difficult for a normal person. But the people who coming like descending from the Goloka to deliver us, like our gurus and all, they can do that with one snap of time. Like the hippies, if you see those people, they were just enjoying their senses like anything in those days, having the intoxications, the marijuana, the LSD, and the illicit relationships. They've been just like animals. They are living like that. And when they see the moment, a pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada, immediately they have changed. Think about us. We have been practicing here in this for years and years, but we cannot change. We are not able to change because we are not into that level of devotees. So it is okay that at least we can understand our situation, where I am now, and we can evaluate that. We have that knowledge. Is this enough for me, or am I doing the right thing, or am I progressing? What I am doing for the progress of my bhakti? Am I doing something, or whatever I am doing is enough, or should I improve myself? All this can be evaluated ourselves, and we can improve if you want to go back this lifetime, if you want, or the three doors are open for us.
Whatever we are hearing, it will come this side and it will go that side. Because we are so much of engrossed into that materialistic desires. So if you go out of this room, immediately we will start doing the same thing. So it is very difficult. That's what Arjuna said. I can stop the fire, air, rain, but I'm very difficult to control my emotions, mind. So Krishna said, Abhyasa yogena, through constant practice. So we all have to be very much aware of that, our situation first, and we have to start putting our effort. So without effort, that if you put that someday, then this is not going to happen. You will be, or I will be coming every weekend to GYC, and I will be having this satsang, I will go back. That's all. I will take my Jabamala, and I may take parallelly my mobile. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram. Immediately we will get the alarm. Oh, this is not the right way of chanting, right? You should not take the mobile or something else. You should not talk. But I will tell myself, okay, someday I will chant without all these stuffs. I will do perfect chanting. But for today, I will chant. Okay, let me just complete my round somehow. Okay. Correct? I am telling from my experience. I am not a good chanter. If I was a good devotee, I wouldn't sit here. Because we are all into the same kind of platform. So whatever I am telling from my experience, when I look myself, I feel so sad that I do not put in any effort to help myself to get out of from this anarthas. I am still trying to enjoy myself. So it's introspection for me to check myself where I am. I have been coming to GYC. I have been connected to ISKCON Trivandrum for all these years. Where I am now, I got the initiation from my Gurudev, and he has given so many instructions. How many I am following? So we can check that, and we feel our head down. So you may also have got some instruction that you have to get up early morning, you have to chant your rounds, you have to read. You can think yourself at what extent you are doing that. And your head, if your head is held high, then you are good. Or finish the 3 doors, always remember. You can see the Prabhupada's, wherever Prabhupada's picture you see, head is always held high. Which means he 110% he follows the instructions of his Guru Maharaj. So as far as we are not doing that, our head will be held down. So we have understood little bit about from where this anger coming from. It is from our unfulfilled desires. Why the desires coming? Because we are thinking that we are this body, right? That is called the false ego. And we have seen that example of that car and that driver. The driver is totally independent actually. Driver can get out of from the car anytime. Suppose the car is getting old and finally it is a scrap. The car is a scrap. The driver will not sit inside the car still, right? He will got a new car. Similarly, our body is getting old. When it is getting burned, the real me is not still sitting there. He gets the new body, new car. But what happens is, now we are thinking, I am not a driver, I am the car itself. That is what our current situation now. Because we have no gyan about the real me, which is the soul. We are always thinking that I am the car and I am trying to upgrade my car through putting nice alloy wheels, nice DLRs, lights, and nice music system in my car. You understand, no? That's what we are doing with our body. Buying some nice clothes like branded stuffs and all. And we are thinking we are this body and we are doing all those stuffs. So that's our current position. So the real position is called Jivera Swarubaha Krishnera Nityadas. Jivera Swarubaha, the Jivatma Swaruba Nityera Krishna Das. It's eternal servant of Lord Krishna. That is our real position. A Jivatma's real position is that, but we are the enjoyer, and we are trying to enjoy with our body various stuffs, various ways. We go to this, there, that, this. But luckily you all coming to Saturday satsang. You could go to Lulu Mall or movie theaters, but you somehow you renounce that for some time, and you have that inclination to come and participate in this satsang. So that's a good sign. Like at least you have understood that you are infected with the core disease. Even though we don't know that what is the core disease which infected inside us, but we can see the symptoms outside. We are getting angry, we are not satisfied, whatever we are having, right? All these are the symptoms of the real disease which is inside us, which is haunting us the life after life from the last millions of years. And now we got the human body, and with this consciousness we will be able to analyze, understand, we can put things into action. You can clearly get rid of this stuff and you can go back without I'm not getting that word. Okay. With the constant practice in this lifetime itself, you can go back. When somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, how much time it will take one to surrender? You might be seen that video. So Srila Prabhupada just looked at that guy and very gravely, very seriously looked and said, 1 minute. He said, just 1 minute. If you have the real desire, you just need 1 minute to surrender, abandon everything. Do you? So it's our question, whether we want to still enjoy. We want to still enjoy. We go back home and try to enjoy whatever we left before coming to us. We are taking back and start enjoying all these weeks and coming to Saturday satsang, and we are hearing something and we are going back again doing the same thing. So there is no someday. That's the biggest thing I have learned from that lecture. So if you all have that plan in your head, someday I will be a good devotee and I will go back. So trust me that the someday is nowhere in the calendar and it is not going to happen. And our final test, as you all know that. So the moment of death is our final test for all the devotees. Okay, for all people. And Prabhupada was saying one example that the death of the devotee as well as the non-devotees. So death for a devotee is just like a cat is carrying his kitten in his mouth. A cat will carry his kitten by holding here, and it will go one place to another place without hurting that kitten. The kitten will not have anything. He will not be hurt. Right? That is how death for the devotee. But the death for a non-devotee, a cat is carrying a mouse inside his mouth. So it's a death painful for a cat. A rat. It is intermittently for me. So when a cat catches a rat, he will use this sharp teeth to pierce the flesh, and he will carry the rat from one place to his place to eat. That is how the death for a non-devotee. So the death is same, the cat is same, but for the devotee and non-devotee, the experience is different. So whatever we are practicing all these years to attend that final exam called death. So Kṛṣṇa is saying, Antakale cha mameka smaran mukta kalevaram yat prayati samadbhavam yati nastyatra samshaya. So at the time of death, whatever you are thinking, you will attain that. You might be heard this many times. So if you think of some animal at the moment of death, so immediately you get that body. And if you have some desires that to eat some flesh or something, so you may get an animal body which suit to eat that flesh. But at the time of death, if you think of Kṛṣṇa, you will get his abode. You will go with him and enjoy the rest of life. You will not come back. Kṛṣṇa is saying that once you come to my place, there is no return. That is, I am assuring that. And so that's all I wanted to say. And one more thing, I have found one message in this regard, like so I can see one. There is one devotee in US. His name was ātmanaḥ. He was a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and that ātmanaḥ Prabhu was writing. It's called homage. What is it, Prabhu? Homage, right? Vyasa Puja day, the disciple will write an offering to the Guru Maharaj. So this ātmanaḥ Prabhu has written this. It was done at 2022. He wrote this message to Prabhupada 22. ātmanaḥ Prabhu was writing to Prabhupada that Guru Maharaj, I haven't seen you from the last 40 years, because this Prabhu he was an American person, and he and his wife were practicing Krishna consciousness in America itself. When Prabhupada went back to India, after that he haven't seen Prabhupada at all. But the Prabhu wanted to come to India and visit Prabhupada, but it didn't happen due to various problems. And Prabhu was telling, we were very normal devotees. We are not having any positions as a temple president or some leaders, nothing like that. We were just very common, normal devotee. But we were strictly practicing whatever you have taught us. Okay? And what happened? My wife has passed few months before. Okay? She was also disciple of you. And we were practicing Krishna consciousness, whatever you have taught us, we were strictly following that, but we are not very famous devotees or any positions we are not having, we are just practicing very nicely. And before, she was having some kidney related problem, that Mataji. And before the death of that Mataji, she was not able to sleep for 2-3 days. She was totally sleepless. And she went to unconsciousness sometimes, and when this Prabhu will tap that Mataji and call, that Mataji will immediately slightly open her eyes and she said, chant, Radha, Radha, she chant like that. Okay, so this Prabhu got understood that there is something is going to happen soon, because all these days she was sick, but these 2 days she was totally out of conscious, she is not speaking. But whenever the Prabhu is tapping and trying to wake up, this Mataji is chanting Radha, Radha. And the day of that soul left, that Mataji said that when the Prabhu tapped, she said, chant, chant. She said like that. Okay. So this Prabhu called his son, and they sat together to that Mataji and they started chanting herein. And they also put that Srila Prabhupada's that recording, no? Hare Krishna. There is one machine which will repeatedly chant the holy name. So they also put that record, and after some time, her face became very smiley. She was unconscious, but she was having a very nice smile on her face, and he felt something is immediately going to happen. And he chanted very loudly and put the tulsi leaf on her mouth. Immediately after a few minutes, stopped. So she left. But this Prabhu and his son was pretty happy that she left the body in very nice way. There wasn't any friction or anything. She left very smiling way, and she was chanting the name of Radha. So this Prabhu got some very nice feeling that okay, something good happened. Even though she left, something good happened. And after a week, that is the most important thing happened in his life. After a week, this Mataji came in his dream actually. And the Mataji came in his dream, and Mataji said that whatever Prabhupada is taught us, it works. It works. Because they taken me to Goloka. Mataji has said, came into this Prabhu's dream and said that you have to tell this to everyone. This is what happened. Whatever Prabhu. So it's a very lengthy message. A lot of details are given. If you read that, you can really understand what happened that time. But I cannot clearly recollect all those. And I have taken that message here. Just hold on. Yeah, I got that. What that Mataji was said, what she wanted to tell everyone was that the program that you taught us, Srila Prabhupada, works. All we have to do is follow the simple program that you have so kindly given us. Just stand our rounds, read our books, and render service to Kṛṣṇa in the form of his deity, to render service to you, Srila Prabhupada, Krishna's pure devotees. We don't have to become big important devotees. We don't have to be in charge of this or that, or we have to have so many followers or be famous, nothing like that. If that becomes our service to you and Kṛṣṇa, then fine. We carry it out the same as we clean the temple room floor or wash Kṛṣṇa's pots. We just do whatever service you and Kṛṣṇa gives us in a humble and devotional mood. And that is the most important part, the devotional mood, she was saying. Even if we are not able to render physical service, our mood must always have to be devotion to Kṛṣṇa. This, it's long message, I am not reading everything, but what you might be understand from this essence. So that Prabhu was writing this in the homage, that this is what she has mentioned. So this kind of experience we have heard from many different devotees, even from the Trivandrum. Few of devotees had a similar kind of experience when some of their relatives left, their good devotees. They also got similar kind of experience, and they have personally shared us. So this has happened us. So the process which Srila Prabhupada has taught us, it really works. So all we have to have just a little faith, and try to practice with full heart. That's what that Mataji was saying, the mood. So whatever Prabhupada is saying, you have to have that devotional mood. When somebody is asking to have some help to devotees, so most of the time we get irritated when somebody is asking, Prabhuji, can you come and do this? Prabhu, I have this, that thing. We say so many excuses. But instead of that, if you taking up that with that devotional mood, so that will save you for sure. So we all have to understand that. And Kṛṣṇa is also saying, the chapter number 18 and 66, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebhi mokshasyami ma sujaha. Abandon all the activities. Just leave everything and surrender it to me. Don't worry, don't suspect me that I'll be able to take you or not. Don't suspect, I shall do that. Okay, he is assuring that I can do that. Don't suspect of me. All you have to do, leave everything, just follow what I am saying. So that's what I have got from this shloka, and from lectures I have referred, and through the mercy of all the devotees assembled. So I want to summarize whatever we have discussed now. So we understood the three doors of hell is lust, anger and greed. From where it is coming? It is coming from the unsatisfied desires. Why that desire is happening? Because we are thinking we are this body, the false ego. Because we are infected of this false ego, we are not able to get rid of the symptoms which is showing outside, the anger, all these stuff. So until unless we are not uprooting that cause of the real problem, we will be continuing this lifetime, life after life. So let's sincerely try to follow whatever Srila Prabhupada and our spiritual masters are asking us to do. With wholeheartedly we try to follow and try to help the devotees. So by helping the devotees, you will get more mercy, which we really felt that. Like when we came to ISKCON, it was around 5-6 years before, right? 7? Yeah? 9 years. Yeah. So we came to ISKCON. I was working at Techno Park. That time I got a job in Techno Park, and I was working there. And I was like kind of totally non-spiritual person. I was a fully toxicant. Like I drink most of the days. I go with my friends. I'll have drinks and I don't like any of these kind of things. And when I connected to ISKCON, what happens is when I drink and come to my home, my wife doesn't like that I am drinking. My wife started arguing, why are you drinking? Huh? Then I will say, today was so hectic day and so much of struggle in my office. So I went to this B6. There was one bar called B6 near Techno Park. So evening we go there and we'll have a nice party and we'll come back. So this happens, when this started happening, then it's become very turbulent in my personal life. My son is there, he is very just born kind of situation, and he is seeing that my dad is not in a good shape. He comes late night and having this all nonsense. And I felt myself, this is not the right thing. I have to fix myself. So how do I do that? At the right moment, one devotee I met, he was working in Techno Park, and he took me to another senior devotee. He was also working in Techno Park, and we have a big network actually in Techno Park, devotees. So we used to gather on lunch time. They will share whatever prasadam they are bringing from their home. They will feed us and they will try to teach us whatever you are doing. That is wrong, Prabhu. You don't go with them. If you complete your work, go to home. Don't hang around with those people. Okay, initially it was a little difficult for us, but somehow we try to follow that instructions, and now we have got the understanding whatever wrong thing we have done. So, and where are we now? Still I feel that I am not doing perfect because I am still lazy to follow those good instruction what they have given. So I humbly begging all the Vaishnavas who assembled here to bless me that to follow, to give me the strength to follow those instructions which Guru and Guru Parampara given to me, so that I can become at least a little progress in the next year. In the same time when I am sitting here, I shouldn't be regression, like I am not utilized my lifetime or whatever I have got. I took a lot of time, sorry for that, and I am requesting you all that I know we all into the almost the same situation, same page. So try to think yourself. It is very difficult to come out of from the clutches of Maya. Maya will always try to give so many options. Even we can go to Lulu Mall or the movie or some nice place to hang around with friends, but you choose to come to satsang. So always have that understanding. The exterior situation will pull you into that. Our inclination always go to that and enjoy, because we are thinking we are this body. But very difficult to come out of that. Only through doing devotional service we will be able to do that. Okay? In the Kali Yuga it is said, Herein ivi kevalam, kalau nasteva gadir anyata. In this Kali Yuga, chanting the holy name is the only remedy to get out of from this infection. Chanting the holy name with full heart. So we all, may the Lord all bless us, all of us, to at least from today. I cannot say that today we have time, or when you start chanting next time, try to remember all those stuffs and try to visualize that 3 doors, the lust, anger and greed, and decide whether I want to take that path or this, and act upon that. So that's all I want to share today. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. I hope you don't have any questions. Yeah, Prabhu, you have any questions?
Prabhu, what is the difference between good desire and bad desire?
Good desire and bad desire. So Prabhu was asking, what is the difference between good desire and bad desire? So in a simple way, if you can say that, whatever desire which pleases Krishna is a good desire. Whatever desire you have which pleases Krishna. Suppose you are, for example, if you go to some friends and they are saying, yeah, let's have some food, not prasadam, outside. Okay, you went with them and they took you to some non-veg hotel and they are offering some non-veg food for you. And you are thinking, if I say no to them, they may feel bad on me because they are my friends. And for the sake of pleasing them, if you are eating that, do you think Krishna will be pleased on you? No, right? So those kind of things you can avoid. So whatever is not pleasing Krishna, you can try to avoid. So this is kind of a filter we can put in our head. Suppose you are going to do something not good. If you think that this is not good, but still I want to have that enjoyment, that time you can think 1 minute, is this going to please Krishna, Srila Prabhupada if I do this thing? If the answer is no, it's better to avoid that, whatever you are going to do. But it is very hard, Prabhu. It is very hard for us. Now I am also going through the same situation. But somehow by the mercy of Krishna and Guru, you will be able to do that. If you really have the desire, But if your desire is, I know all these things, but still I want to taste this, at least for this time. Next time I will not do. But that is never going to happen, because again that's temptation coming, you will say the same thing. Okay, this time last, enjoy, last, next time I will not do this. But again this will happen. So that's the situation. Anything which is not pleasing the Krishna, those desires, bad desires. Yes, Prabhu. False thing.
False means fault. But I will try to the chanting, but not practicing.
Okay.
I am chanting, but not practically not
able to practice properly. Is that the question, Prabhu?
Yeah.
So Prabhu's question is, I am trying to chant or I am trying to follow whatever Prabhupada is saying, but I am not to do that in full. Like my mind is not there, right, Prabhu?
Yeah.
So that's what I have told Prabhu. We are all infected with this false ego. We are thinking that we are this body. That's the reason, even while chanting, the mind is asking to take the mobile phone, check the WhatsApp, check the Instagram or Facebook, at least for 5 minutes, and you can keep aside, right? Mind will say just 5 minutes, and we will take the mobile. We'll say 5 minutes I will do. Okay, chanting started. 5 minutes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Finally, we'll keep the mala there, and we will take it. Oh, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. This is what happening. Bro?
Yeah, this is real.
Yes, but that is the reason. I mean, the reason behind is we are thinking we are this body. We are trying to enjoy everything with this body, but the real position is we are the servant. The servant. The word we have to understand. We are not the enjoyer. We are the servant of Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. As far as we are not understanding the real meaning of servant, we will not able to chant properly, because we always having this mood of enjoyer. I am the Lord. So why should I serve someone? I am here to enjoy. Chanting seems to be boring. But I know that devotees are saying if you chant, you will get so and so benefit. I understand that, but parallelly I want to enjoy this. This also seems to be very nice to me. You know, mobile, checking the mobiles and all those stuffs. Right? While checking mobile, we will be going through so many unwanted stuffs as well, right? Like, correct, you know, Prabhu? Even though we don't want to look at that, it will popping up. But eventually we will be into that. Our mind will be completely lost into that. So that is called Maya. So as far as we are not understanding that we are the servant of Supreme Lord Sri Kṛṣṇa, Jivara Swarupakaya, Kṛṣṇa is Nitya Das, Nitya Das. If you understand that really, then there won't be any problem in the chanting. That's why our spiritual masters and all chanting very nicely. You know, but we are not able to do that because we are always having this mentality, I am the enjoyer, I am the enjoyer. So eventually you will be able to do that. I will be able to do that. But if you think that someday, that is not going to happen. Tomorrow, because today you might be done your rounds. When you start chanting next time, try to remember this, try to chant attentively. If your mind is going, mind will definitely go. Mind will go here and there. But whenever you understand, my mind is not in the chanting, try to bring back the mind into chanting. So before completing one round, 100 times you may have to bring back your mind. Because my mind is going here and there, this, that. You will be planning so many things while you're chanting, right? So you have to try to practice, bring back. So now if you practice, then you have hope. But if you think someday I will practice, or I am thinking someday I will practice, that is not going to happen. That's all. Thanks.
You know, my friend telling that following this devotional person will make you more a soft person. You will be not a brave, you will be a very soft person, and which will not be fit in the society. So how you consider that really does it make me a softer person, or I am doing a better than these persons who are not devoting this?
No, okay. Yeah. Prabhu's question was, Prabhu had heard that like the spiritual people, spiritualists, they become very soft and they will not able to perform in the society. So any problem happen, they will not able to face and all those stuffs. So Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that you have to be a humble devotee, but at the work or wherever you are involved, you have to be a lion. You know, you have to be like a lion. So no one should question you. You have to be a roaring lion. So that's the mentality of a devotee. So, but inside you are very soft. But externally, if somebody is coming and questioning you on this and that, for working situation or office, for example, there are many army people are there. So they cannot be very soft, and when enemy is trying to shoot, they cannot be say that I am very pure, I am soft. No, like Arjun. Kṛṣṇa doesn't ask to leave, don't get angry. Kṛṣṇa doesn't say that. Use your anger against your enemy who trying to destroy the dharma. You know. So you understood, no, Prabhu? So Arjuna is very good inside, pious inside, but he is a warrior. The ashram which he is having, he is a Kshatriya. So Kshatriya duty is to war, fight. So if he thinks that I am very soft person, I am spiritualist and I cannot fight, that is what the problem Arjuna had initially. Yes, he felt all these people are my relatives, how do I fight with them, how do I kill them? So Kṛṣṇa has given this knowledge first. You are not this body, my dear Arjuna, you are not this body, your spirit soul, your duty is to fight. If you don't fight, they will kill you, right? If Arjuna didn't fight, they are ready to attack Arjuna. 1 minute they will finish Arjuna. They don't have any kind of such kindness towards Arjuna. So we have to be understand. Inside we have to be a devotee, and whoever coming to offense the dharma, you have to be a lion against them. You know, even your grihastha duty, you have to be very sharp. You shouldn't be that I am a devotee, whatever happens, it's happened, no problem. No. A grihastha devotee has to be an idol for others. He has all other facility. He is going for his job very nicely. He is earning very nicely. At the same time, he is very nice devotee as well. Everything has to be equally managed. Otherwise, we will be spoiled in this material life. Like suppose I am thinking I am practicing some devotional service and I have to be very nice. Yeah, it is there. We have to be nice. There is no doubt in that. But we have to always think that what Arjuna was doing. He is a very nice person, very nice devotee of Lord Kṛṣṇa. He is the best devotee of Lord Kṛṣṇa. Still, he was 100% dedicated whatever he was doing to Kṛṣṇa, and dutifully he was doing that. His duty was to fight and kill. Without hesitation he did that after hearing this. Right? So similarly, inside we have to be devotee. Externally you have to be very sharp, intelligent. So you can manage your personal life, family life, your career, everything is needed. As far as we are as a grihastha, it's our duty to manage everything. Parallelly, we have to practice. It is just like adding Kṛṣṇa. We don't need to renounce everything, like I renounce my family, I renounce my job, I renounce money, nothing like that. Kṛṣṇa doesn't ask Arjuna to renounce all this. He just asks to surrender and do whatever I am saying in the service mode. So once we have that consciousness, or try to develop, because it's, as I am saying, it's very difficult, bro, because we have been conditioned to the other way, like we will be always thinking in the other way. So people say, why you are going to the spiritual organization, you will become very soft and you will be useless. Prabhu. And even my personal life, I have experienced that my family members, my relatives, because I used to go around with them for various places, I used to hang around with them having the booze and all. They are thinking this guy is useless. But when I am thinking myself, I am checking myself, I am having a very nice job by the grace of Lord, I am having all the facilities, I am having Kṛṣṇa consciousness, which that people doesn't have, and they are rotting in this material world, but they are thinking they are enjoying. But we can see that they are struggling. But we can see that at least we have got the knowledge by the mercy of Lord. Even though we are not good devotees, proper devotees, at least we have understood what is right, what is wrong. Now it's our turn, whether I want to follow that or whatever they are saying, that is fine. So it's up to us. So all the grihasthas, most of us are grihasthas here. So everybody has to be very powerful on their offices. The best devotee. So the management has to ask, who is this guy? That is how we have to perform, our duties. Srila Prabhupada was saying like that. It is not that you have to work so hard, the management will notice us. No. If you do all the services, all the duties for the sake of Kṛṣṇa, the management will ask, who is this guy? Taking up, lifting him up. That will happen, bro. Yeah, that's what my understanding, bro. Even though I am not personally, realizing, I fully, even though I have this knowledge, I am not fully practicing that because of my various problems. But I have got this knowledge from the Guru Parampara, and I am practicing that. Similarly, you can also do that. So don't listen whatever nonsense they are saying. You can understand what is right, what is wrong, and if you get a chance, try to educate them. If they are not able to listen, just leave them on their way. Hare Krishna.
How anger can be a gate to lead us to the hell? Sometimes anger depends upon the situation. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it is bad.
Yes.
Then how anger can be a reason to go to the hell? Even Kṛṣṇa got angry when Jayadratha, I think,
yes.
Gave him some abuses, 100 abuses. He just forgave, then he cut his head.
Yes.
So how anger can be? Dust and greed can be understood. But the anger is sometimes it acts as a medicine also.
Yes.
We get angry with our children when
Yes.
they do something bad. We have to get angry.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah. So that's a good question, Prabhu. So you also said that good anger, like when you angry on your kid, because you know that whatever they are doing is not good for them. Because of that you are getting angry on them to correct them, right? That's a good way of reflecting your anger, right? And there is one more instances. There are many instances in the our Puranas, like Hanuman, how he utilized his anger. He was very peaceful. You know that Hanuman's nature. He always chant Ram's names. But when he went into Lanka, he used the angry against Ravana to burn the Lanka. He burned the Lanka. He used that anger into that. Okay. Similarly, Arjuna used his anger to destroy the enemies. Okay. And what your question, if I am trying to understand that.
My question is that anger should not be in that category.
No, we cannot say that.
Lead to our
No, anger can take you into hell for sure.
How it take us to the that's right.
Suppose when you getting angry on many people, you will get so many problems after that.
Yeah. I can understand. If I get angry, I will fight somebody. I may get into the jail. Something like that. I will suffer in this materialistic world. But how it will take to the hell in the next after death? How I will go to the hell?
Yes, yeah, I understood the question, and I have to think that what exactly the answer, because I am not very learned person. Yeah, Prabhu. No, you tell Mataji. Yes, it is just an open discussion. It's not that a guru is sitting and saying you can. Correct me. Sammoham, yes, illusion. Buddhi Nasham. Yes. Yes. So anger will finally take off our buddhi, So that way it can take us to hell.
When we won't get that, we'll get krodha. And that krodha which is to krodha bhavati sammoha. Means why I am not getting it. Then it is recurring inside us. And sammoha smriti vidhaṁ. When we are recurring about that thing, that why we are not getting, that one our smriti is means our
Buddhi.
decision power is going right. And smriti bhaksha buddhi nasha. And buddhi nasa karasya. When we lost our intelligence, then we will do the wrong one. That is the
Yes. Thank you, Mataji, for helping me. No, helping to understand properly. No. Mataji, as I have mentioned, I am not a learned scholar. So this is the seniors have given me to take up this opportunity to speak. So I also want knowledge from you. It is not that whatever I heard and just vomiting. It's not like that. So what?
When we can say we are angry on our children, that anger is different, isn't it? That is not another real anger. Am I right?
Yes, Prabhu, can you? I had heard.
When we get angry on our children,
That is different, yes.
own children,
Yeah.
so our anger is not real.
No, that is not real. Yeah. That is help them. Yeah, to help them. Yeah.
So that is a different.
Yeah, that is a different one. Yeah, that is true. That anger, it is not real anger. We are not really angry, but just to save them from doing wrong thing, we are pretending that we are angry. Really we have that love, because of the love we are showing that anger. Now that love is different, yes. But Prabhuji's question is different, like how the anger can take hell. So Mataji has given that exact slogan. So through that anger, all these steps happening, finally we will lose that buddhi. So once we lose the buddhi, then we do all the nonsense. So it ultimately will degrade us actually. So if you see the people who doesn't have the knowledge or buddhi, they will commit all the sinful activities. By doing the sinful activity, we will be going to hell. So that's how it is. Like, so when we lose the buddhi, the anger will lead to buddhi nasha. When you lose the buddhi, you will commit sinful activities. By sinful activities, it will take to hell. Yeah, that is the connection. Yes.
Example of Dhruva. Actually,
The brother's story. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Sorry. So thank you, Devi. So there is one example. Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva had a brother called Uttama. So when the one yaksha has killed this brother, Uttama, and Dhruva got angry on the whole yaksha people, and he started killing all the yakshas. Only one yaksha got some problem with his brother and he somehow killed. But due to this anger, Dhruva started killing, annihilating all the yaksha dynasty himself. So he killed millions of yakshas by fighting. And finally, Manu has came, right? Yeah. Yes. His forefather, Manu. Yes. No. Manu appeared and told Dhruva, whatever you are doing, it's wrong. Because you lost your buddhi because of the anger. Happened with this brother. So buddhi nasham made him to do so much of sinful killing. And therefore he supposed to go to hell. So there are so many examples in our Puranas also. But that's a good question, Prabhu. So this way we can understand more, questions. So now I have got a little more clarity on how the anger is taking the hell. So Mataji has pointed out that sloka. So this is how we have to develop our knowledge, by giving the knowledge, sharing the stuff. I think this is the lengthiest. I hope you are not got bored. Because I was keep on speaking. Okay, thank you so much. So Grantharaj Bhagavad-Gītā ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.